Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're doing another budget shop today, and today we are going to Tesco. I have written up my meal plan for the week, and I will definitely be leaving a link to all the recipes in my next video because we're going to be doing a follow-up video with all the meals. This is part of my series of budget food shops in different supermarkets in the UK, so I'll leave a link to the playlist up here so you can go watch them all. Hopefully some of you have been doing Veganuary and you're looking to keep on either being vegan for 2023 or trying to eat more vegan food and plant-based meals, and I know that so many of you will be wanting to do that on a budget, so I'm going to keep making these videos this year so that you can make sure you have lots of inspiration when it comes to what to shop for in the supermarket and also what meals to make from that food, because I think it can be difficult to meal plan and think of what things you can make that will fit within your tight budget because times are difficult at the minute. So let's get into the shop, get into Tesco, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos and to see the follow-up from this video of all the meals that I'm going to make. If you're on a budget, you want to avoid all of this section because this is the kind of like budget deal stuff, and though it's tempting to go and grab something because you think it's an offer, it's just going to make you go off your list and spend more money. Stick to your list and walk straight past to the things you need. I've got my list here on my phone, and I've also got all of the recipes that we're going to be making this week, and I've kind of like scheduled it, which is kind of because of this video, but it's a good thing to do to meal plan beforehand. So we've got everything we need from this section so that we don't, you know, end up buying stuff outside of the list and we can stick to a tight budget. So I think hoping to get under £30 today, and so that means it'll be about £15 or under £50 each per person. We need loads of lemons this week. I think every recipe I wrote down had lemons in it. So we're gonna get 6 of these. Top tip, if you are on a really tight budget, then get the bottled lemon juice because that can work for lots of recipes in replacement of fresh lemons. It's our lucky day. Got some reduced ones, so that's 19p off. Also reduced coriander, 33p. How much coriander? I think just one's fine. So definitely always check reduced sections because 9 times out of 10 there'll be something in the reduced section that's on the list. Not all the time, but there's all, look. There's more reduced stuff over here. We literally have this on the list because we're doing a tofu and kale tray bake. Brilliant. Oh my God, they've got this as well. Half price, 86p. Fantastic. Is there anything else that we need? Spring onions? Maybe they've just stocked this up. Am I cheating? 62p rather than £1.15. Oh, is it organic?
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll compare
it's
to
more
the...
expensive than regular.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we won't get that. Is this cheaper than this? Yeah, this is perfect. So this is how many grams? 220 versus 500, and it's 17p cheaper, so swap out for that. This is so cheap. I think I need to start making this at home, growing this. And I swear that when you grow cress, you can also eat the sprouts, or you can sprout it. But we're making some vegan egg and cress sandwiches, and we're going to make some more bread this week, so delish. Spring onions. Another little tip is if you can't see something, so the avocado, the cheapest ones, aren't stocked there, go look at the end of the aisle to see if they're stocked, because they don't have the cheap avocados there, the loose big ones, but they have them at the other end because they're on offer. So always check, don't just give up when you're looking. And also I was just thinking then when I was looking at the reduced section, don't get waylaid by reduced stuff, actually check the prices, because I was about to just chuck in the spring onions that were reduced because I thought they were cheaper, but they were organic ones, so they were actually more expensive, like by quite a significant amount. So always double check. You can definitely get avocados on a budget still, because if you're vegan, you're already cutting out things like dairy, things like meat, which do cost money, so you can afford to spend a little bit on those extras, like some meat alternatives potentially, tofu, avocado, those kind of higher price items. If you are cutting out other things, it's just like planning your week basically to make them fit. You can definitely eat a load of variety of plants whilst also being on a budget. I want to like end that misconception because look at how green and delicious this looks, and I don't think it's going to cost us too much money. I'm going to get some bananas. It's always good if you're interested in reducing waste, try and buy some of the loose ones, because I think these are the ones that end up not getting sold, and I guess because some people just take off like one and then it ends up in the less of a bunch. So I always try and like buying them like this. I need quite a lot of broccoli, so I'm just going to go for one large head of broccoli, and then we need some Brussels sprouts. It's 250 grams, so it's not quite enough. Oops. Are these not the cheap ones? These are the cheaper ones, and you get more. There you go. Look how green this shop is.
You call yourself a budget shopper.
Savoy cabbage. That's really cheap cabbage. Yeah, it's the cheapest. Oh no, so you don't have to do Savoy. Actually, it's not that different, is it?
4p.
Okay, not that different. One thing I learned recently as well, which is important to think about if you're shopping, these are the same vegetable, but one of them has lots of dark green leaves and one of them doesn't as much, and this will be filled with goodness. So those dark colours in vegetables and in fruits, like berries, like blueberries and blackberries, there's something in them, which I'm going to put on screen, which is just super, super good for you. So I'm going to get this one because it's got all the dark green leaves. Why do I keep on not knowing that letter, that word? Oh my God, my brain. Yummy braeburn apples for breakfast and snacks. And then I need one Granny Smith for a recipe. My favourite section of the whole supermarket, mushrooms. Which one do I pick? I think these are probably the best. I think the budget mushroom, I think for budget mushrooms, these are the best because they're full of flavour and they are only £1. So I'm getting some yoghurt. This is kind of a pricier item. This is £2. It's only 5p difference from, I know it's probably got less stuff in it actually. I just prefer this and I don't need it for this. I don't need this much basically, and I way prefer the taste of this one. So I'm gonna go for this one because though it's more expensive, I'm only using it for a dressing and maybe some breakfast this week. So I don't need loads. I just like the ingredients of this one better, and it's coconut. Plant-based and vegetarian. This is where I usually spend my money because I get tempted because it all looks so good. So we're just gonna get some smoked tofu. So I'm gonna get this brand of smoked tofu. And then, where's the cauldron? Do they have cauldron?
It's not on offer. Cauldron might be...
Oh, is it on offer? Okay, we'll get one of these then as well. I just like to have different ones, but this is cheaper this week, so that's probably better. Look at all the fun stuff they have now. They've got like all these, this isn't, and this isn't. It's like one of my favourite brands for stuff. Oh my gosh. Sausage and mash, Thai green curry, meatballs and spaghetti. And obviously it's better to cook from scratch, but like it's so wonderful to have these options, isn't it? Oh my gosh, tikka masala, Alex's favourite. We're gonna have to come back and get this another video. Maybe that should be another video. Let me know if you'd like to see us like buy some fun vegan things that are in the supermarkets and then eat those during the week. Let me know. We're having mac and cheese tonight, so what shape? I know that obviously you normally have macaroni, but I actually prefer, I think I prefer spirali for mac and cheese or rigatoni. I think rigatoni is a bit more expensive, so this, in a way I almost think that this is kind of better because it's small and it's like, you know, those tiny little tubes, whereas rigatoni is great for tomato pasta because all this tomato sauce goes inside the rigatoni. Because whenever we have mac and cheese with this, I just don't think it's quite as good. So that makes it spirali and cheese. So this is where you're going to get all of your yummy protein on a vegan diet. So whether it's green lentils, red split lentils, quinoa, buckwheat, all these kinds of things, they're great bases to a recipe. So we're making a like a broccoli lentil salad for lunches, and this is going to like up the protein and make it filling. So yeah, normally most weeks we'll buy some kind of legume or grain like this to cook. Another little tip if you're in the supermarket, go to the wild foods aisle because often this stuff is cheaper. Like all these lentils are cheaper. We don't actually need this much lentils, so we're not going to get this big one here, but the popcorn, I'm going to make some homemade popcorn this week because I'm really craving it, and I'll show you how to do that. Is cheaper. The spices will be cheaper, the rice will be cheaper. It's especially good if you like cooking in bulk and making things from scratch. If you're all out of rice, you're all out of spices, go to the wild food aisle. Here's the lemon juice I mentioned as well. And it's 75p and this will go a long way. So yeah, I'm going to swap this popcorn for the one I've got. And we're going to get some chickpeas and pinto beans, and that's the last thing, I think. Delicious. I'm making a chickpea stew. And where are the pinto beans? Do we even have pinto beans? Surely. Right, we'll have to look for them. This trolley, I think, is the most nutritious, healthy looking trolley we've ever done for this budget shop. I'm curious to see how much it's going to cost. I think it's going to be under £30. But yeah, so many vegetables, so much goodness, and we're going to make some really lovely bulk meals. And yeah, I think we're going to have plenty for lunches and breakfast as well. Lots of you voiced in previous videos that you wanted to see the price of the additions. So like I've said before, that often you have oils, spices, maybe leftover ingredients from the previous week. Every week you're not completely restocking your entire pantry and fridge. That's just like day-to-day normal life. So what I'm going to do in the next video is I will show you the price of each recipe, but I will also show you the price of the extras that I had at home so that you can get a full picture. So I know that we've got frozen fruit at home left over from last time, so I'm not going to buy extra just for the sake of this video, because I feel like that's normal life. That's what everyone kind of does. You stock up and you have some leftovers from last week. So I'm going to stick with this. We're going to go to the till and hopefully it's under £30. Hello, it's Maddie from a few days later, and unfortunately the sound from the clip we filmed after we came back from the shops isn't there. So I can't use that footage. So I'm going to show you what we got. We have eaten some of it, unfortunately, because it has been like 3 days since we went shopping. I'm going to show you what we do have though, and I'll tell you how much everything cost. So we went to Tesco and I think it cost us £32.12. So the subtotal was £37.88, and we got £5.76 off with the Tesco club card, because I think Tesco used to do it where you bought stuff and it already was on offer and then you scanned your club card and you got like discounts. But I think now they do it where you buy stuff that's on sale with the club card and you have to use it afterwards, so it takes it off at the end. I don't know, they've changed it recently. I can't exactly remember, but we got £5 off, and so that means it's about £16 each for a week, which I think the last time we did a Tesco video, it was a £15 shop, which I think because of inflation and how prices have gone up, is pretty good. I think that we've done really, really well. So let me go through everything and I'll tell you what we've eaten. So first of all, we got mint, and this was 52p. And we also got some kale. You saw how much kale and goodness we managed to get that was reduced. This was £1.50 reduced to 66p. And we also got like a bunch of kale, which was reduced. Let me try and find that. Yeah, the cavolo nero nail, which is £1.50 reduced to 64p. We've eaten that already, but hopefully I can find a clip without the sound to show you it. And yeah, then we got Tesco spinach. We've eaten some of this. This was £1.77 reduced to £1.13, so that was a great deal. Oh no, it's reduced even more. This says it was 64p. Wow, that's pretty great. We got some bananas, a bunch of bananas. I've eaten some of these as well. These were 82p, and we got, I think, 6 of them, maybe 7 of them. We got some broccoli. This was 96p. We got coriander. Got loads of fresh ingredients. I was really happy with the amount of vegetables and lovely goodness we had. We got mushrooms. I had those for breakfast today. They were £1. We got a bunch of spring onions. Classic. We got 2 bunches of cress, because I'm going to be making some vegan egg and cress sandwiches. And Alex has made a loaf of bread. We bought some flour as well. How much was the flour? The flour was 58p. I couldn't find that. I feel like maybe he's used some of it and put it somewhere, but we got a box of flour. We got 2 avocados, and like you saw in the video, we hunted for them because they were cheaper on the end of the aisle. They were reduced, so they were £1.78, 89p each, and it says minus 20p. We got 2 tins of chickpeas for £1.40, 70p each, and then a coconut milk, which was reduced as well. We couldn't find the cheaper version of the coconut milk. It was out of stock, but I always try and get the own brand because it is generally cheaper. But don't get the light coconut milk, because Alex was saying to me, get the light coconut milk because it's cheaper. But if you look on the back, it's got a way lower percentage of coconut in it, which makes it, I think, more expensive because you're getting less bang for your buck. You're basically just buying coconut with water in it. We got some Brussels sprouts. These were really cheap, 89p for loads of them. And then we got quite a bit of tofu, because I'm making a tofu tray bake, I think tomorrow night. Some smoked tofu, and then some normal tofu. This is for the cress Popcorn, I've already eaten lots of this popcorn. We had popcorn twice this weekend because I'm obsessed with it. When I have it once, I have to have it again the next night because it's just so good. And I'm trying to reduce the amount of crisps that I'm eating because I ate so many over Christmas and I just don't think it's very good for me. It makes me feel a bit unwell if I have too many crisps. But popcorn, a great alternative. I got lots of delicious lemons. We've already eaten quite a few of them. And we got some apples. I'm actually gonna have one of these now. Coconut collaborative yogurt. I think we said this when we were in the shop, but they didn't have the Tesco own brand yogurt in stock. So I went for this one, even though it was smaller than the Alpro. I do prefer the taste of this. So it was only 5p more and I'm not gonna use too much of it because it's mainly just for dressings. We got some onions, some red onions and some brown onions. I think we got, how many did we get? We got 1 brown onion and 2 red onions. We had pasta. We got the spirali pasta and that was 95p. It's already gone. We had mac and cheese. And then we got lentils, which I made a broccoli to tabbouleh with. And I think that's everything. Pinto beans. We got pinto beans as well. We got 2 tins of pinto beans. Oh, and also we got tomatoes. We got some cherry tomatoes, which I think we've had a few of, maybe, I can't remember. So that was pretty much everything. I'm very sorry that the original footage got deleted, the sound got deleted. My fault for not setting up the microphone properly. I think it's because we were running out of light. Alex ran out to walk Roxy before it got dark. And so I just filmed it on my own and therefore I didn't set the microphone up properly. But hope this was all right. If you want to actually see the original of me going through it when we bought it, I did film it for TikTok. So you can go follow me on TikTok. And stay tuned. Oh, forgot about this. We've got a cabbage. Don't forget the cabbage. Stay tuned, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up because this video will be followed up with a week of meals featuring all of these ingredients, of course. So that will be up next time and I'll see you then. Bye.